Do you ever experience that knot of self doubt that tightens like right before you hit the publish button on, maybe your podcast or maybe your blog post, or right before you deliver a big pitch for a large client acquisition, or right before you say your pricing, right? If you experience that, today's Business by Design episode is just for you, right? Believe it or not, approximately 75% of successful women entrepreneurs admit that they felt imposter syndrome at some point. I really feel like we all experience that from time to time. I'm Valerie, and today on Business by Design, I want to share a 3-minute reset that you can use before you make any big moves in your business. Join me to learn all about it.
Hello, I'm Valerie Priester, and this is the Business by Design podcast. Are you a woman entrepreneur who absolutely loves what you do and enjoy helping others, but for some reason, you can't seem to get out of your own way? You can't seem to get out of your head and really create the level of success that you desire? I get it. I truly understand. I've been there too. You see, I spent years searching for, what do they call it? The holy grail, the secret sauce, right? To success. And what I learned along the way is all of the women that I knew that were very successful had one thing in common, and that was their way of thinking. Now, I know you may be saying it can't be that simple, can't be that easy, right? But the truth is, the number one key or secret, however you want to label it, to success is your way of thinking. It's your mindset. It's what you believe and what you think is possible for you. And so that's exactly why I created this podcast. I want to help you get out of your head, get out of your own way. I want to help you get into more profits, more passion, and more power. I want to help you to shift away from old beliefs and release old ways of thinking, self-sabotaging conversations, and help you shift into new beliefs that support your goals and bring lasting success. I want to help you design your victory so you can create the business and life that you desire. So if you're ready for some real talk about how to do that, if you're ready to really make the shift and move into greater possibilities and greater success, you're in the right place.
Does any of this sound familiar to you? The endless scrolling on social media, or rewriting the same line over and over again in an email? Or what about this one? Checking your competitors' feeds on social media, right? That's a big one. I know for me, like, I used to do that a lot. Like, let me see what, someone else is doing, another coach is doing. And what I learned about that and how it affects me is it really puts me in the feeling of doubting myself, right? I think that's when I experience the imposter syndrome even more so, when I'm looking at other people, because initially I don't look at them to compare myself, but because we're human, that's one of the things that we do. And I think it just naturally comes that we do it, right? Every time we look at someone else that's doing what we deem as the same thing that we're doing, right? Now, of course, I've done my work, and I know that that can be a dangerous road to go down. So I don't uh, tend to look at competitors as much as I used to, right? I look now with a different reason and a different intention, because I know what the outcome of that will bring for me. Now, if it brings the same for you, if you start to feel some kind of way, you start to doubt yourself, you start to lose confidence in what you're doing, and you start to feel like, you are experiencing this imposter syndrome, then it may be time that you make a change in that as well, and maybe not look at your competitors as much, right? And here's the thing, because you're, not looking at others, or not doing research by others, it doesn't mean that you're being lazy or any of that, right? It really is about controlling and managing what you receive in, so that you don't put yourself in a position where you feel like you're experiencing the imposter syndrome, right? I feel that way about almost anything that we encounter, and anything that we that has an effect on how we feel about ourselves, or has an effect on our emotions about ourselves, right? We have to control how much we let in. Whatever that is, it could be television, it could be social media, right? Whatever that is, we have to control what we let in, because what we let in is what will control our thoughts, and what will produce some of the negative thoughts that get us on this path of feeling like we're imposters, right? So I wanted to share with you today just a quick 3-minute reset to move you out of this state and into action, because this is also what I've learned. When we are feeling that imposter syndrome, when we're feeling like we're not good enough, we're not talented enough, knowledgeable enough, whatever the enoughness is that we're feeling like we don't have, right? One of the greatest ways to confront that, and to really combat that, is to get into action. And so I want to share this 3-minute reset with you to help move you into action. I call it the 3-minute confidence reset. Okay. So here's what you want to do. First, you want to focus on your power pose. Now, I love that picture with the little girl that has on the Superwoman cape or whatever, right? And usually the caption that goes with it is, um, she believed she could and she did, or something like that. But I love that image. And for me, if I say I'm going to get in my power pose, that's kind of typically how I stand. So I want you to find your power pose. How do you stand when you stand tall and your shoulders back and your chin up, and you feel like you can conquer the world? What is your power pose? Okay, whatever that is, I want you to get into that position, and I want you to hold that position for 60 seconds. Okay, what this does is this nudges cortisol down and boosts your assertiveness up. Okay, just that simple. 60 seconds. All right, and then I want you to do something I call box breath. Okay, now I'm going to instruct you on how to do this. It's a way of breathing. There's so many ways of breathing that can calm your nerves, that can give you more confidence, right? Give you more energy. And this is one that I like to use, called box breath. Okay, so you're going to inhale for a 4 count, and then you're going to hold it for a 4 count, and then exhale for a 4 count, and hold that for a 4 count. Okay? Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. What this does is it sends the all clear signal to your nervous system to let you know all of the negative feelings, everything has been cleared out. Okay? And then the third thing that you want to do is the future self mantra. Okay, you can do this for 60 seconds. So you're going to speak this phrase out loud. Now you can change this up if you need to change it up, because I always believe that mantras have to resonate with you and what you truly feel and believe. Okay, even if you don't believe it all the way, but you need to feel it. It needs to resonate with you on a visceral level. All right. So here's what I'm going to give you, but you feel free to change it to one that empowers you. Um, and you're going to say it out loud. Okay. So here's the mantra: future me thanks present me for showing up boldly. Future me thanks present me for showing up boldly. Okay. I want you to repeat it until the words feel true. So you may have to repeat it several times, okay? But at least for 60 seconds. Keep repeating it until those words begin to feel true, okay? And you want to commit to doing this. right? So right after you do the reset, I want you to perform and commit to performing one micro action, right? Again, you can, it can be any small, it doesn't have to be huge, right? Micro action. Press the send button, okay, on that email that you've been holding on to. Schedule that discovery call. Follow up with the person that you had a discovery call with, right? Quote your full fee. Commit to doing one micro action. Because when you act within 5 minutes, this will lock in the new state that you've just entered. Okay? So moving you out of any feelings of imposter syndrome or fear or doubt or any of that. You want to do this 3-minute confidence reset. And then immediately after you do it, you want to take action. Okay? Within 5 minutes, you want to take action. All right? I hope this helps, right? It's techniques and strategies like this that you learn to help you navigate through the feelings of, not feeling like you're adequate enough, or feeling that imposter syndrome, or the self-doubt, or, the low confidence, the low self-esteem, all of those things. We have to learn ways to really work through them, because they will be there. I don't believe that we ever get rid of it altogether. I think that it will show up at different stages, right? As you reach different levels of success, it will show up again. And so you have to learn how to really confront it and work through it so that you can continue to move forward and continue to step into the level of success that you really desire. All right? Remember, designing your victory is a choice. Start today by building unshakable confidence in just 3 intentional minutes. We'll see you next time.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Business by Design podcast. If you love what you're hearing each week, let me know by leaving a rating and a review. And don't forget to follow the show so you don't miss out on proven mindset techniques, strategies, and tools to help you design your victory and create the business and life you desire. Also, if you're ready to talk about the business and life that you really want, head on over to valeriepriester.com and schedule your private business breakthrough clarity call. Until next week, remember, designing your victory is a choice. Start today.